Welcome to the Vicious 11 Sports Podcast. I'm your guy, Almighty Mac, and today we are talking about the overrated Justin Herbert from Oregon. What? Are we talking about one of the top-ranked quarterbacks in the nation? Or are we talking about an overhyped player that's getting a bunch of accolades for underperforming? I just don't know at this point. It's just hard to tell. Okay, so let's go back to 2016. All right, Mr. Justin Herbert and Oregon only had 2 wins. What are we talking about? I mean, the kid threw 19 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. See, the problem is he doesn't throw interceptions, but he doesn't get wins against ranked opponents. Shouldn't that factor into his whole draft stock? You would think so. You would think so. In his entire career, this kid only has 3 wins against ranked opponents. Let me repeat, he only has 3 wins against ranked opponents. But in those games, except for I think about 2 of them, I know in the Boise State game, he threw 2 interceptions in the Las Vegas Bowl. But let's go back to it. He doesn't throw interceptions, but he doesn't get wins against ranked opponents. Now, we have to look at it as far as factored into as far as his competition level. So, you're in the Pac-12, all right? The Pac-12 is known for not having any defense. That's just what it is. It's a high-scoring, high-velocity type of conference, but they don't have any defense. So, you're not throwing interception against teams that don't have any defense. Bravo, let's give him a cookie, let's clap for him. But at the end of the day, is he really an NFL-ready quarterback? When it comes to ranked opponents, as we saw in the first game of this season, he doesn't get the job done. They had Auburn finished off, he couldn't get the job done. Every time when all the chips is on the line, he does not get the job done. It's the Josh Rosen effect and the West Coast hype machine effect that goes into play. Okay, so when we're talking about the West Coast hype machine, you have these underperforming quarterbacks that somehow get this high draft stock from not throwing interceptions and putting up big numbers against teams that don't have defense. So in the last 10 years, you name a Pac-12 quarterback that was worth anything. I'm waiting. Okay, so now let's get back to it. When you find that quarterback, go ahead and send me an email, let me know. But from now till then, 3 wins against ranked opponents, lost to Auburn beginning of this year. He hasn't really thrown any interceptions, might I say. He has 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. But no wins against ranked opponents once again in this 2019. And somehow this kid's draft stock is through the roof. How? He's big, he's athletic, he can throw, but is he really that good of a quarterback? Anybody can look good against Nevada. Anybody can look good against half the teams that they play. But what do you do against ranked opponents should be measured in your draft stock somewhere. I'm tired of seeing these quarterbacks that are not good, that somehow have this high draft stock, and you get into the NFL and it's the same thing. Does anybody remember Tim Couch? Oh yeah, that was a real sad story. Ranked so high. Came in with Ricky Williams in them. Total garbage. Didn't last. Maybe 2 seasons. The Browns picked him up, and you know what they do to quarterbacks in their career. So, that's a whole nother talk for another time. But when we go back to it, just pay attention, man. Is Justin Herbert really an NFL-ready quarterback, or is he just behind the West Coast hype machine? Because any quarterback that I've ever known that had a draft stock high, I think they should have wins against ranked opponents. Shouldn't that go in there? Shouldn't that be factored somewhere in there? And for the simple fact that this kid does not get wins against ranked opponents, but he doesn't throw interceptions in a conference that doesn't have defense. Come on, man, what are we talking about, people? Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to leave this alone for right now, but Justin Herbert is not an NFL-ready quarterback. He's not a good quarterback. He's just like Derek Carr. It's just the same type of thing, West Coast hype machine gets behind these quarterbacks that are below average quarterbacks. They get into the league, they last 2 years, and it's over. Let me know your thoughts. Go ahead and leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. Almighty Mac, Vicious 11 Sports. Justin Herbert's not ready, man. And I'm out.